Good morning everyone, and welcome to this quick little video. Today I just wanted to introduce you the new product that I'm introducing in the shop, and what arrived this morning. It's a very simple thing, but that you don't find in tackle shop, or very little brands are doing it, but it's a bit of a lifesaver. So sometimes you have to do a DIY system, but I managed to source exactly what I wanted, and today I'll present you the uppers. So what I call the uppers. So what you have, it's the downers as well. So these are the lead strips that you can glue at the bottom of a lure to make it sink a little bit faster. So just little lead strips like this. Had a video showing you how to tune your lures if you want to make it sink at a different rate, because I believe it's better to buy like one good lure, one maybe expensive lure sometimes, but to be able to tune it to different ways you want to fish it. So in a day you can use that lure on top water if you want, as well as a slow sinking down to a fast sinking lure. The problem is that sometimes cheap lures don't really take a change of weight change on the body. Sometimes it's gonna mess up completely their swim. That's the difference that you get sometimes when you get a bigger lure that has a good bit of mass. You can play a little bit more with the weighting and the weights placed if you wanted to sink or float a bit more. So yeah, I believe like buy a good lure instead of buying like 156 lures and you have like different colors and everything, and too many lures in your box. So I usually try to condense, and I learned that from the fly fishing. That's it's not always, you don't always need a lot of lure. I believe that a lure well placed in front of a fish and walked properly will entice the fish more than the color. Usually fish are not going to come because it's a green lure on the day, or they're not going to come to you because it's a blue lure. It's usually the action more than the fashion. Okay, so that's my belief. I'm curious to think. I know that some days some different lures would score more, but that's these days are fairly rare-ish. I think colors are usually more to catch the angler first. They make less of an impact than the action of your lure. So that's why I believe changing the action on your lure, it's quite important, and saves you from buying too many different lures at different sink rates as well. So we have the downers. The downers will be coming soon on the website. I'm waiting on them. I'll be putting them on the website fairly soon. But what arrived today are the uppers. Uppers are very simple. It's EVA little strips, foam strips with a good adhesive underneath. And these foam strips, you can cut them very easily, cut with a pair of scissors or a knife. And you guessed it, these ones, you just put them on the lure. So if you have a lure like this one, the Gomexus, this one is a kind of a slow sink, but sometimes I really like to walk that one on the surface or just below the surface. So for this is perfect. I don't need to change the lure. I don't need to go for a top water lure. I can fish exactly with this because I know that the action on the day, they're really happy to take that lure. But I want to present it on the surface because maybe breaking the surface on the day creates more bites. They're more excited with the noise. So if you want to change the swim on a day, it's really easy. So what I do recommend, that's very important, is that you don't place the sticker on a wet bait. Alright, so clean the bait, preferably not with your fingers, because the oil on the skin sometimes, not sometimes, but the oil on the skin will prevent the sticker to stick properly. So clean it with a t-shirt or something, and then make sure it's nice and dry, and then you can apply it on the bait. Okay, now to place the uppers, you have the sticky part like this. So the important thing is to know what the action that you want to have. So this lure falls fairly straight down like this. So if I want something maybe that I want to have the nose up towards the surface like this and break the surface by walking the dog like this, I can place that strip right at the front of the head like this. So it's going to give me a lure that's going to show like this at the surface. If I want the lure to stay right on the surface and swimming straight, I'm going to probably place it probably right over the top like this. But I usually like to go in halfway between the two. So one part towards the head, stick the head first, make sure it's nice in the middle, and then apply some pressure onto the sticker. And these really stick. They stick really well. So stick it well like that, give it a couple of minutes to dry, and then you're good to cast. And that's going to keep your bait nice and high in the water. If you need more, you can add another one behind, but usually they are quite buoyant like that, and they will make the difference. Now I'm just after sticking it there a few seconds, and already, if you can see, I'm trying to push it over to see if I can unstick it. You see, it's nice and solid. The very important thing is make sure that you clean the surface properly. That's super important. And that's it. These are the uppers. So you can tune your bait. Fantastic little thing. Like I said, not too many people do them because they rather sell you lures than selling you a little bit of foam. So that's why I think companies don't really commercialize that, because they rather sell you lures in many different sink rates than just buying you one nice lure, and then you can play with the sink rate. So I package them by 5 like this. They come in a little 420 friendly bag. You look, yeah, you just got from your dealer. Now, why I'm keeping them in this tiny little bag? Just to cut the cost. I could put a nice fancy packaging in it. I could put a sticker on it, but I mean, you know what it is. It's simple. Do I have to eat at the back? Be careful, do not eat. I don't know, but I'm going to leave it like that. Just to cut the price, and so I'm able to sell them to you at an honest price, because I don't want to, like I said, this shop is not about making huge profit. I just want to share. It's like a hobby, and if I make a few quid to pay for things, get the shop running and the YouTube going, fair enough. I'm enjoying that. So there you go, the uppers. I'm going to sell them by packs of 5 like this, and they're gonna come at €4 for 5. There you go, that's the price, €4 for 5. I've scoured the internet to find similar product really hard, and the one that I found, of course, they come from Japan, and they must be made out of, I don't know, magic moon dust, because the price for these little strips can go super crazy. So that's the uppers coming on the shop live right now. So tune your bait. Don't buy 100 bait, just tune it, and you'll have fun with it, because you can change completely the swim of a bait, and on a day it could make absolutely the difference. I've seen it many times that the pike, for example, don't want something on the surface. You put a little bit of a lead strip at the bottom, get it down, and then they take the bait. Same with underwater bait. Sometimes they sink too fast. You're fishing below the pike, they're kind of sitting high in the water. Little bit of an upper like that, upper foam, and that's going to stabilize your bait. And then it's up to you to play with it, depending on the size of your lure and the buoyancy of the lure. But the idea is just to meet the exact demand that you have on the day. So there you go, get some uppers, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, it really helps the channel, guys. Thank you very much. Goodbye.